Okay, you are doing something wrong. Like suppose like I'm opening the Visual Studio here.
Sir.
Please send
So,
the GPU.
okay,
Sir, can you please send us that tutorial tool version?
uh, download link. Download link. I will share in this chat only.
Okay, sir. Please share us.
See, just like this is my website. I'm opening a website. I will show you how to do it.
Okay, sir.
So, like I'm adding it. Just a second, it will open. So, like this is my website. So from here, where my website name is shown, I will right click. I will go to add. I will go to add new item. Okay, so this is a page. Suppose I'm writing here insert page or whatever it is. I will click on add. I will put this. Okay. Okay, so see here it shows design, source, and all. Okay. So if you click on design, again it will go to the design portion. And if you go to the source, you can see this. So you can see this. It is very easy to switch between this. I can draw anything, like I can insert table here. I click OK, table will be inserted. And once I go here, see I will see all the controls. I can drop that control here also. I can right click and I can go to the browser and I can run it also. Okay, so I will show it again. Okay, I will show it again. See, it will run. Button is there. Okay. So I will show you again what I'm doing. See here in the Solution Explorer where your website name is shown. Just right click of a mouse. You will see add option. In the add option, you will go to the add a new item option, and from here you will take web form. You check that you are taking web form or you are taking anything else. When you take a web form, it will be like the name will be given as default.aspx. So before this dot, you need to change the name. Okay, suppose I wanted to make this page as a new page, so I'm writing the new dot. I will leave .aspx as it is. I will just change the name new. Then I will click add because I have taken a master page, so it will be ask me. So now here below the taskbar, you will see design, source, and split option. So if you split, you can see both together. If you go to the design, only design will be shown. If you go to the source, only source will be shown. Okay. So in the design portion, I'm inserting one table here, and then after that, I can put any control here. Okay, any control, list box, any radio button, or whatever I wanted. Like a calendar I wanted to put, I can put calendar. Other controls also, if I wanted to put the button here, putting the button here. So you can put all the means you can use whatever you want and hyperlink and all. Okay. And if you right click on the same page, you go to the view in browser option, then that will work. Okay. So this is how you have to do it. And for the download, I'm sending this link. I'm sending one more link here. Visual Studio download. So I'll go to this website and from here you can download. And this is where I told you to download. So don't download this because if you're downloading this, then you will not have full features. Okay, so I told you to download this one, above one here, community one, free one. So you can download this one. Okay, so this is free. You can download this and you can work on this one. So this is Visual Studio 2022. Use this community one. Okay, this will have all the features which you require. In professional one, few more features are there, but that we don't require actually. So this one you need to download. So I'll share the link, copying it here and sending in your chat. So from the chat you can get your link for this. Okay. So I've sent the download link of Visual Studio. You have to download the community version. Okay. And for the SQL Server, I told you the SQL Server also I am sending you SQL Server download. For this also you have to go to the same Microsoft website, and from here also you can download it. So I'm sending this link also in the chat from here. This is SQL Server downloading. Like I have downloaded the new version also, and I'm now using the latest version. Okay. So just I'm using this version only, 18. So you can also use this. Actually, this is one is the 19 one. I'm using the 18 version. Okay, so you can use because 18 is the compatible with me. So you can get it downloaded from this. So here you need to download this Express Edition. So I'm writing this here, Express Edition. You have to download. You have to download the Express Edition because this one is free and they will not ask you for any money if you use this. See, it is free edition. So because we have to learn, so we will use the Express Edition. But you, if you go to the company, they will give you full featured edition. Okay. So this full featured will have this features also, and they will have some additional features also. But here in free also that feature is there, but this is for the learning purpose. Okay. So that is why this one is free, and this is for the professional, for the companies. That is why they charge it. Okay. So you don't have to download this. You have to download this. Both are same. Okay. But this will have some more features, and this will have a normal feature. Okay. So that is now. Let's move to the SQL. So I'm just closing it again.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I'm just closing it again. I told you once you download it and you install it, you will see this Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio like this yellow color, and then there is a tool symbol. And once it is installed, you double click on this, and you see it will open on your screen. Like the name will be written Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio. And here the version, see, this is copyright 2022 Microsoft. This is the latest version, 18.12.1 version. V is for version. So once you open it, first time it will take a little time. Then once you open it, it will ask for this. There are two modes. Actually, there are two modes. There are two modes which you can open, but you can see there are a lot of more. But these are not useful for us. There are two modes: Windows mode and SQL mode. We'll use the Windows mode. In SQL mode, what happens? You need to enter the username password. Okay. So once you are installing this SQL Server, they will ask you to enter your username password, and that username password you need to remember so that you can enter it later on. But if you are using Windows authentication mode, what is a Windows authentication means? Well, Windows authentication means whatever user password your system has, if you have an admin account open on your Windows, then you don't need to put any username password. See like this, and if I click on connect, it will directly connect to the server. Now the database server is there. I can click on new query, and I can start typing my queries and executing my commands. Okay. So what I will do, I will start doing it here. So let me open the notepad. So we'll continue with SQL commands. Okay, so we'll be doing these commands in sequence. So let's see how to do in sequence. Okay, so first command I told you is create command, create table, then table name. Okay, so suppose I'm giving the table name also. So suppose the table name is teacher. Okay, so teacher will have ID. I told you in the yesterday class also. But why we are doing it again? Because these are the procedures that you need to follow every time. Means I will create the table, then I will insert the data into that. I'm doing it for you, although I have already created many tables here. Okay, for the previous batch also, for you also. So I'm doing it in a sequence so that you know the sequence. So first thing, you need to create the table. But before that, you need to create the database because we have already created the database here in the yesterday class. So database don't need to be created every time. So I've created IIT one. So before running this query, I will select the my database IIT. Then I will run my query. So I will write the query directly here. Create table teacher ID int type, and this will be my primary key. This also we have learned, yeah, last class. Primary key is a unique key, I told you, and teacher will have a name. So that for that there is a data type known as varchar. So you have id, you have name, you have salary, then you have designation. This is also varchar. This is also like this. Okay, so if I run this, if you go to this place here into the tables, and if you see here, this table has been created. Teachers table has been created already. If you go to the columns also, then you can see all the columns that you have created. Okay, so that means table has been created. Let me copy this command and I will replace this what I have written here. So this is, I'm writing the form step. This is step 1. Always remember, after the step you don't have to write step 1 or 2. I'm just writing so that you can understand. Then step 2 is to insert the data inside this. We are doing directly on the database, but in the next class, we will be doing this with the Visual Studio. We'll put these codes into the Visual Studio, and from there we will send the data directly into the tables. Will not write directly on the database, we'll directly write down on the code page. So after this, I need to insert the data. For that, I need to put the insert into table name. That is the query. Values, then inside this, we need to write down the values. Inside this, suppose we are writing this. Then inside this, we are writing the name. I'm writing here Abhi. Then we have the salary one. Then salary, after that, there is a designation. So I'm writing here manager. I'm closing this. So if I run this query, it will run. So I'm creating it here. One row affected. You can see one data record has been updated. I'm just copying it from here. So after this also we are putting it query here, then I'll put here also. Then we have Shanvi. Then I'm putting a record mode 56 to 4 testing and this is now here. Enter director. And just director. Suppose I'm add. Just press the profile and break. Okay. Just copy this from here. I wanted to insert 2-3 records so that we can fire the queries there. Okay. One more record has been created. And I can have anything more. Again, I will change this. Okay, so three records are there. That is now we need to see the records. So for that, we need to use the query known as select. Star means all. I told you in the last class from teacher. So if you run this query, you can see all the records are there. Okay, so in order to see the records, step 3 is to see the records in the table. We use this query. Okay, so we are using this to see the records. Okay, but if I this select command is, I told you there are many commands in select. So if you wanted to see this records here, so you can write down select queries in many ways. We can write down here where clause, where Name, I wanted to have a query where the name is Shanvi. I wanted to see the records of Shanvi only. So I can write down Shanvi here. I can click it here. And you can see only the record of Shanvi will come. Okay. So I can, this query can be like this also. This query can be like in many ways. Like I wanted to have only the record of all the, I wanted to have all the records, but only I wanted the ID column, then the name column, and then the salary column. Okay, we want only three things from the table, not the designation. So we can see that we can get a selected columns also. We don't need to have all the columns. Okay, so we can get only those records which is there or which we require. Okay, so I can put all here and then I can put it here. This query also. So this query will also work. So we are only selecting this ID, name, and salary from this table. So this can also be there. Okay, so this is what is happening. So after inserting this record, I wanted to modify, I wanted to add one more column in this. So in order to add the column, there is one command known as alter table, then the table name. Then we need to write down the add command, and the add command we need to add that particular column. So that is, suppose I wanted to add the address field here, and address field will be of again the varchar type, and this will be 40 size. Execute it. You can see command executed successfully. I can see this. I can show you this also. So let me put it there. I have added the column. Now what I can do, I can use the select command to see the records. So the table name is teacher. So I just execute it and you can see this table is here. This table is here with all the records here. So okay, so I can just, you can see that I can drag and drop any of the columns. I can change the place also. Okay, so this can also be done manually. So you can see this command will work here. So you can add the columns. Now I need to add the values in these columns. Okay, so there is a problem. We need to add the values because these columns are blank. If we will add a new column here, then that can work. Okay, so if I'm adding, suppose I'm using the insert one, insert query again. So I'll copy the insert query from here. And from here, suppose I wanted to insert one more record. So what I will do, I will put it here like 201 ID and put any name. Suppose I'm putting the name John. Salary is 100. And the profile art teacher. Okay. There is one more column which is not matching. Let me see what it said there.
Address.
Just a second. We have address also now. Because we have done address also, so we need to have an address column also. So we'll put something here. Like I told you. Okay, so I'm putting this. You see one row is affected here. So, but what this query will do here, in this insert one only I'm putting it here. So what this query will do, you can see here, So if we wanted to display it here in the teacher column here, so you can see these will be blank because we have added a new record. Okay, for adding the values in the columns which are pre-existing, we need to have this into, we need to have one more query that is known as update. So in the table, when you wanted to change anything, existing table, then you need to have one more step, step 5, updating records in the table. So for updating the records in the table, we need to have this query that is update query. So we'll use it here, update table, then the table name is teacher. Okay, then we need to have this one set, then there is a keyword set, then you need to write down the column name. So column name is address. Okay, so address, suppose I'm putting it as suppose mm, Bandra, Mumbai. I need to put it in single quotes, I'm putting double quotes. Okay, so I will set this when I need to put a condition where suppose I'm putting ID equals to 104. Okay, so this column will be added. For Abhi, this address will be added because the ID is 104. You can see from here. Incorrect table names, incorrect table syntax. I will just remove this. Okay. So one row affected. Okay. So this has been done. So let me cut it from here. Just go and select and check it. Just file the code again and just wanted to check whether it is correct or not. Just executing this. You can see this has been updated. Okay. So this query is working properly. That means I'm just putting this query here, but we can update each and every of them. So now next ID is 105. On the basis of ID also I can do this. I have done with the basis of ID. Now I will do basis on the name. So when you are using the string, then you will use a single quotes. Then the name is Shanvi. And address is Bangalore. Just writing that thing. You can write full address, whatever you want. So this one again is updated. Okay. Just putting it here. I'm putting one more query here so that you can do it like this. Copy from here also. And put the control Z. Delete this. I will use the select query again. You can see this one is also updated. So previously I used the address. I then first I used ID, then I used the name field. You can use other fields also like salary and designation for this one. For Aviral also you can do the same thing. Okay. So I've just shown you two. You can do the third one by yourself. So update query also you can do it. So this is also a way of doing it. You can use the update also. Now I wanted to delete one record and that is of Aviral. Okay, I wanted to delete it because this does not have an address. I don't want this. Okay, so I can use a delete command. Step 6, I wanted to tell you deleting records from, I'm deleting the records, not the structure. There are two things. Structure means table, along with the table structure means everything, means like the column names also. But delete command use only deletes the records. Always remember it. This word is you need to remember. Okay? They will ask you there because there is one more command known as drop, which we will use later on. Delete drop command cannot be rollback. Rollback means once you fire a drop command, that table cannot be retrieved. but deleting the deleted records can be undone. Okay, from the table. So for deleting the record, let's write down the command. So I'm writing here delete from table name where ID equals to, I told you, I wanted to delete the other record. I can delete on the basis of ID. I can delete on the basis of name, on the basis of salary. Salary only I can use when we do not have a duplicate. Why I'm using ID? Because ID is safest one, because ID we have made primary key, means it will not have a duplicate value, but rest of the columns can have duplicate value. So wherever there is a duplicacy of records, do not try to fire the delete command or drop command based on that, because that can be dangerous for you, as your that particular person record can be lost. Okay, because ID is a unique one, so you can use that. So see, one row affected. This is working. Bring it from here. I'm pasting it here, and again I was just wanted to see it. I'm firing this query from here. I'm just typing this here. You can see only the three records are there. You can see all these three records are here. Starting from here, it will have all these three records. Okay, so your query is working properly. That means, and that is done. So you can do this. Okay, from here you can do it. Okay, so you need to practice all these queries. This is all from my side for today.